A warm night in the Dominican Republic, May 30th, 1961. Rafael Trujillo, a man who ruled with absolute power for over 3 decades, was about to take his last breath. For years, his reign had been built on fear and brutality, many believing he was untouchable. But on this fateful night, his enemies were ready to strike. A group of determined conspirators, General Juan Tomás Díaz, General Antonio Imbert Barrera, Amado Garcia Guerrero, Antonio de la Maza, Roberto Pastoriza, Salvador Estrella Sadala, and Pedro Livio Cedeño had one mission: assassinate the dictator and liberate their nation from his grip. They set a trap along a lonely stretch of road near San Cristobal. But even the most carefully laid plans can unravel in the chaos of the moment. As Trujillo's car approached, the assassins opened fire, bringing his reign of terror to an end in a matter of seconds. But victory was far from secured. The conspirators had eliminated Trujillo. They expected swift action to seize control. But General José René Román Fernández, known as Pupo Román, failed to act on the contingency plans. The lack of leadership created a dangerous vacuum. Therefore, the feared intelligence agency, the SIM, led by Johnny Abbes and Roberto Figueroa Cerrón, retaliated with brutal force. But the resistance had already been set in motion. Trujillo's son, Ramfis Trujillo, returned from Paris to avenge his father. He ordered a merciless crackdown. On November 18, 1961, 6 of the main conspirators were executed in what became known as the Hacienda Maria massacre. But 2 men, Antonio Imbert Barrera and Luis Amiyama Tio, managed to escape, keeping the hope of rebellion alive. Trujillo's funeral was a grand affair. Therefore, his supporters attempted to cement his legacy. But his empire was already crumbling. President Joaquín Balaguer, once a loyalist, recognized the shifting tide and maneuvered to distance himself from the regime. Ultimately, Balaguer allowed Ramfis to leave the country, ensuring that the Trujillo era was over. The assassination of Rafael Trujillo marked the end of an era. The Dominican Republic could begin to rebuild, but his fall did not bring immediate peace. What followed were years of political turmoil and foreign intervention, as the nation struggled to find its footing in the wake of his dictatorship.